Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back in some Dragonheir. We got a lot to talk about today. We are trying to make some big moves to start getting some serious progress here soon. Before we get into that though, I want to give a shout out to Dragonheir for sponsoring this video. If you decide you want to check this one out, there's a link down below you can click, or you can scan the QR code on the screen right now and hop on in here with us. Support your boy in the process. I would appreciate it. There's still a lot going on with the Dungeons and Dragons collab right now. And yeah, we are starting to get into the thick of it, man. It's really starting to pick up, and I'm really having a good time with this one. So before we get into our updates, let's check out the horn real quick. Let's go wild. Let's go Sheen Elf, because I don't know what that is, and let's go ranged and see if we can get anything good here. Finally remember to turn the volume back on today too. I don't know if it's picking up very well, but we'll sort that out. All right, so I pulled some some purple summons off camera. I had 33, and there was one, I wish I had done it on camera now. There was one rare in particular I was after, and I pulled her on the 33rd purple summon, which is crazy. And it is, I believe it's her. Yes, it's her. So I'm currently farming some materials so I can get her upgraded to 70. That's where I wanted to get her. So we're bringing her up as well. There's a handful of rares that are pretty good that are going to help us progress a little bit. So we're going to talk about some of what we've been doing today as we get rid of these dots. So you remember we got Elminster. We got our first legendary from the D&D collab, which is great. Now we have brought up a few other rares because one of the things we're struggling with is progressing, especially through like the flame domain, I think it's called, because fire and poison champs are taking more damage in there. And that's kind of what we were heavy on. And if we weren't heavy on that, we didn't have a lot of damage. So I have brought up some other champs to try to get in the mix. Usha is a rare that is apparently very popular. She's got an HP lead. She's got a passive. Every second basic attack at an enemy under frost deals double damage. So that's pretty nice. Here we've got the hero gains a 300% attack shield and attack speed up 2 for 10 seconds, and then slashes forcefully twice, each dealing cold damage to enemies within range with a 100% chance of inflicting frost. This skill deals double damage to enemies inflicted with frost. All right, so we've kind of got an ice damage dealer here, so we're going to get some gear on her shortly. Irina is another one that's pretty good. She's pretty good support. Fairly simple, but effective. When the hero deals damage to enemies by skills, grants a shield to the nearest ally. It can only be triggered once every 1 second, so she's doing it kind of frequently. Here, unleashes chain lightning to hit enemies. It can bounce. This is not super important. And then here, we've got lightning damage to enemies within range with a chance of inflicting attack penalty 2. This one's pretty important. The attack penalty 2 is pretty handy. This one's not bad, but we're more interested in the shield and the debuff, I think, than the damage on her. And then here is a common champ, I believe, is what they call this rarity. And wait, get off my screen. And she is I think she was the one I was thinking of. That's just like very simple, straightforward heals. Healing from the hero increases by 10%. So she's got a passive that boosts her own healing. Heals an ally by 20% of their max HP. Heals all allies in range by 25% of their max HP. So again, she's just healing. She's just keeping the team alive. Again, fairly straightforward, but very handy, right? Very useful to just constantly have heals coming in. So partnered with her, who's also a really good healer. Very solid, right? Heals an ally and dispels 1 debuff from them. We have to get this popping off more. We have to get this going as often as possible. I wish there was a way to time this one. I think you can only time ultimates. Because we really need to get rid of the burns before the boss hits us with burns on. It's kind of a shame we can't get this happening more frequently. I wish there was some cooldown reduction in her skill ups. But there's not. So let's get some gear on her. Let's take a look here and see. I'm pretty sure we want to build her as a damage dealer. Top rear DPS, weak. You're probably wrong. There's a reason she's so popular, you know? Okay, so damage. What kind of damage stuff do we have? There's flat attack. There's some crit damage. I don't know that I'm going to lean too heavily into crit. I guess I am. Although enlightenment, isn't enlightenment like true damage? Affects the value of derivative damage or becomes the coefficient of some skills directly. Increases the hero's derivative damage by 0%. Additional damage generated by a specific skill. I think I'm just going to give her crit stats for now. I think that's probably something a little bit beyond us at the moment. So there's 7. There's 9. We'll give her the 9. Here, I guess she's going to have to get enlightenment. We don't have a ton. I mean, I guess I could try to craft a little more gear real quick and see what happens. Okay, I'll give her those. I am going to have to craft a little bit. Okay, here, let's back out to the camp. What can I craft right now? Can I craft much blue gear? Yeah, I can craft a bit. All right, let's do a few. All right, we'll take it. What was the main stat? Attack and crit damage? All right, that really works.
I shall protect the capital till the end.
Okay, so yeah, this will work. Let's get these up to level 12. Let's see if we can't make a little progress here. The tricky part is just the boss's ult. The rest of everything is fine. It's the boss hitting us with the ult while the burns are up. Now the only next solution I have is to suck it up and farm some of the lower stages. Although I don't know if I can break a lot of champs through 70.
I shall protect the capital till the end.
Yeah, see, I need these purple ones, and they come real slow. But I think for some of the other champs, I need Flame Domain 3, and I think 3 is what we're trying to clear right now. So I have to get through 3. So let's jump up to 3. Again, you would think I would want my legendary in here, but I might break it down. Get back down to the basics here. Because like even Varesh, I want to get her in for sure.
Prepare for battle.
And then, again, they're going to be taking more damage. And I don't know that they're doing a ton for me as far as this stage is concerned anyway. So what if... And then I think it said something about... One of the tips was like spread your team out a little bit. So maybe I'll do like... Maybe I do something like that. Maybe we'll try just something random like that and see how it goes.
My blade is ready.
She's probably going to be a little bit squishy. But we've got a lot of... Everyone else here is supporting her. So hopefully that'll be enough. First wave's pretty handy there.
I am here.
I'm interested to see how spreading the team out affects the boss putting burns. Because it does like a ring kind of around our whole side of the battlefield. I don't know how spreading my team out helped us dodge that, but I guess we'll see. All right. Moment of truth.
Frigid blade. Worry not.
See, I need her A2 to get rid of these burns, because when we get hit with these burns, here's... See what I mean? That's just so much to... Because he triggers all the burns. Or she. I don't know if the boss... Can't tell. The boss triggers all the burns, and we just take so much damage. I need her A2, but I can only control her ult. I just don't know what to do about this stage. I don't know how people are autoing this stage. I guess I can try to farm her crystals and get her to 90, and maybe we can start doing more damage. I mean, this is the most success I think we've had on this stage. But 7 burns, she's gone. I don't have enough cleansers. She's my only cleanser, I think. And she's not using her A2 when I need it, when it benefits me. What's weird is the burns are up for a long time. And I feel like I've never seen her cleanse them. And I don't know what to do about that. I could use this, but I don't know if that's going to be a difference maker. We're close. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter if everybody stays alive. We're close. Maybe getting, Usha, was that her name? Maybe getting her to 90 will give us the head start on damage that we need. That's definitely the closest we've come. We haven't really ever even come close to 50% before. So that's a substantial difference in what the run looks like. So I guess what I'm going to do...
Don't even think of harming my village as long as I'm around.
The only one that I think it makes sense to take her out for is Varesh, and I think Varesh is way more valuable here. So I think
I shall protect the capital till the
I
end.
think what needs to happen is I just need to farm a bunch of these. I need to head over to the Frost Domain and get her up to 90, and maybe that'll give her a damage bump needed to give us a big enough head start, because we really didn't have that far to go. Cold and necrotic damage taken by enemies are reduced. Yeah, so cold and necrotic I don't need to bring in here. Now I think I have a team already pretty much sorted for this. Which, now that I'm looking at it, it seems kind of odd that this team is working in here, but... I feel like I should have him involved in the Flame Domain team. Even though he's Flame, he's a legendary stat skill pretty well, I think. What percent of the target's max HP? 3,000% enlightenment to the hero and surrounding allies. Deals a bunch of fire damage to enemies within range. Yeah, he's doing really, really good stuff. I should give him more enlightenment, perhaps. I just don't know who I would take him out for. Maybe we'll just stick with the plan to get her to level 90 and see if the damage that she puts out at 90 is enough to get us through it. And then as we farm materials and stuff, everybody gets a little bit stronger. Maybe it just gets easier. But because what I want to do is get my Sigrid to 90, because I want to push a little bit further in Goblin. I want to be able to farm Goblin 5. We're farming Goblin 4 pretty handily right now. but I want to farm 5. I really want to level up to where I can start doing Goblin Lair 2. But seems kind of like I need to clear Goblin 1 before I'm strong enough to move on to Goblin 2. And Sigrid, the Varesh Sigrid combo is where a lot of my damage is coming from, right? So I need them pumping out more damage. Wow, dude. We might perhaps play around with this team a little bit as well. Because when we originally built this team, we were just using the champs that we had built. We've now built a couple more. We may be able to make some swaps here and get something a little bit safer and more efficient. Because I think sometimes I lose 2 champs here. I think sometimes I lose... I think it's Hexandra and Sigrid in Wave 2. They made it this time, but I don't think they always make it. I also think they're doing less damage. So, like, I should get, like, my lightning chicken here. Like, maybe swap her out for Meredith, swap her out for... Irina, I think is her name. Yeah. Okay. We'll probably win, but I think maybe we'll try something else here soon. Actually, yeah, I don't even want to wait. We don't lose... I don't think we lose the bread if we quit, so I think we're fine there. Let me redeploy. Let's take you out for you. And let's take you out for you. And then we're still doubled up on cold. So maybe we'll do... I mean, I feel like I should have my Traveler. And I could switch my Traveler to Fire, perhaps. Can I do that from here? Yes. Let's switch you to Fire and see how that goes. And then Varesh, I think it's probably okay to leave in. We got a few more games down here. Oh yeah, we pulled another epic. Also pulled a couple of epics from the purple summons that we need to go look at some point. I feel like Varesh is just so good that I want to leave Varesh in. Let's just see. Let's see what it looks like now. See if our damage output's a little bit better. Now, I think I built Irina like a support. So I think most of our damage now is going to be coming from our Traveler and perhaps Elminster, but... I mean, it's looking way safer, huh? Nobody's looked like they were in danger at all here.
Don't bully me. I'm just an old fella.
Yeah, this is looking much safer. Now if our damage output's good enough to break through that shield regularly. Because I think if you don't break the shield, I think you get like held down by the vines for almost as long as it takes to charge to the ult. So for like from here to here seems like is about how long they hold you down. It's pretty aggressive. Man, breaking that shield is tough, dude. If we don't have ults... Did we get it at the last? No, we didn't. So see how long it holds us? A long time, man. Get the ults, get the ults. And even with the ult. Like, it's fine. You know what I mean? It didn't... We're not, like, in any danger or anything. It's just... It would speed it up quite a bit if we could break that shield and avoid that. And just continue to pump out damage. Perhaps it's worth revisiting the gear material, the forge material area as well. Maybe I can start getting some purple gear on my champs, which I think would probably be a substantial step up. Two minutes left. Yeah, I reckon we're fine. The only other thing I think is maybe Varesh or his name's not Hagrid. What's the dwarf tank's name that I really like? Harold. Can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about. It's a safe clear. Oh, come on. We'll up our damage a little bit and if we can't deal with that shield faster. But it's a safe clear. I don't think we're ever going to run out of time. We can probably farm like this and hopefully get 2 drops. So we need 10 more of those to push Usha through. Then we can try to get her up to 90. Then we can go see if we can do Flame Domain. And then we're going to revisit the Forge Material Dungeon as well and start seeing if we can start maybe getting our hands on some materials to make some purple gear. And then really start to like level up what we got going on. But that will be for the next episode. I think we will wrap this one up here. But the account's filling out, right? We're starting to get some options. We've got some other new epics we'll take a look at. I'll try to remember to do that at the beginning of the next episode as well. What's his name, by the way? Horus. That's what it is. We were in the neighborhood. I also need to make sure I'm assigning leader skills when I set up teams. But it'll all start clicking. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Again, big shout out to Dragonheir for sponsoring this one. If you want to check it out, there will be a link below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. Appreciate you guys watching and checking out my sponsors. It helps me out a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.